Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today TVACU just filed an 8K and I am seeing a significant leadership shakeup that could signal a shift in strategy. Quick note, this is not financial advice, just my take on public filings for educational purposes. The company has a new chief executive officer, and his background suggests a focus on aggressive growth and maybe even acquisitions. So Texas Ventures Acquisition, the third Corp, or TVACU as it is known by its ticker symbol, has a new leader at the helm. Effective the 22nd of April, Kevin McGurn stepped down as Chief Executive Officer. This wasn't apparently due to any disagreements, which is good to hear, but it does mark the end of an era for his leadership. The company thanked him for his service, a standard but important gesture. Taking his place is Troy Rillo, who was appointed as the new Chief Executive Officer. He will also keep his current role as Chief Financial Officer, meaning he is wearing two very important hats right now. This is a pretty big deal because it means one person is now in charge of both the strategic direction and the financial health of the company. Now, let's dive into who Troy Rillo is because his background is really interesting and tells us a lot about where TVACU might be heading. Mr. Rillo is 57 years old and has been the Chief Financial Officer since September of 2025. Before that, he was a partner at Yorkville Advisors, a firm where he has been since 2004. His experience there was crucial in growing the company and shaping its strategic path. He is described as a seasoned executive and lawyer with a lot of experience in corporate finance, securities law, and investment management. This combination of legal and financial expertise is pretty powerful for a CEO. He is also currently the co-chief executive officer of Yorkville Securities, LLC, which is an SEC-registered broker-dealer, and he is the president and chief executive officer and a board member of Yorkville America LLC. That company is an investment advisor focused on things like separately managed accounts and exchange-traded funds. Before this, he was the chief financial officer at Yorkville Acquisition Corp. since August 2025, and also at Blue Water Acquisition Corp., the third since November 2025. So he has been busy across several companies. His prior experience also includes being a corporate and securities partner at KL Gates LLP. That is a major international law firm where he helped public and private companies with raising money, mergers, and making sure they followed securities rules. He is apparently known as an expert in corporate and securities law and is often asked to speak on these topics. He went to the University of Florida, where he got both his law degree and a finance degree with high honors. While in law school, he was on the Florida Law Review and got into an honor society called the Order of the Coif. He is licensed to practice law in New Jersey and Florida. There are no reported family ties between Mr. Rillo and any current directors or executives at TVACU, and there is no indication of any special agreements or understandings that led to his appointment beyond the standard selection process. He is not currently party to any new or significantly changed contracts or benefit plans related to his new role as CEO. Now, this next part is important. Mr. Rillo is a partner at Yorkville Advisors, and that firm is affiliated with Yorkville acquisition sponsor T.V.A.C.U LLC, which is the sponsor of TVACU. This means he could be seen as having an indirect stake in the existing deals between the company and its sponsor. But beyond what has already been disclosed, there are no other significant financial dealings involving Mr. Rillo that need to be reported. This appointment really makes you think about what is next for TVACU with a new CEO who has such a strong background in corporate finance, law, and investment management. We might see a renewed focus on strategic growth initiatives, given his history, especially with Yorkville's focus on acquisitions and investment products. It is possible the company is gearing up for a significant move. We've seen news recently about TVACU management highlighting planned high-growth clean energy acquisition targets. This leadership change could be directly tied to pursuing those kinds of opportunities more aggressively. Think about it. Someone with Rillo's experience is not usually hired to just maintain the status quo. He is likely being brought in to execute a plan, and that plan could involve finding and completing strategic acquisitions. This kind of move can be a double-edged sword. On one hand, it can lead to significant growth and value creation if the right targets are acquired. On the other hand, acquisitions are complex, and if they don't pan out, they can drain resources and negatively impact the company's stock. We've previously seen news suggesting technical strength for TVACU, with some analysts even predicting a potential technical breakout. This leadership change could be the catalyst that sparks that breakout, especially if it is followed by concrete acquisition news. Investors will be watching very closely to see what Mr. Rillo's first major moves are. His background in securities law also means he'll be keenly aware of compliance and shareholder value, which is crucial for any public company. The company also has some notable institutional holders like Harridan Circle Investments, Tenor Capital Management, and Anson Funds Management. These are sophisticated investors who will also be paying close attention to the new leadership and the company's strategic direction. A strong leader with a clear vision can often bring these types of investors on board or keep them engaged. This filing is primarily about the executive change, so there aren't any detailed financial tables here like you might see in a quarterly report. However, the strategic implications of this appointment are huge. It suggests that TVACU is likely entering a new phase, one that could be characterized by active growth and development. His dual role as CEO and CFO might also streamline decision making, especially when it comes to evaluating and funding potential acquisitions. The timing is also interesting. Companies like this, special purpose acquisition companies, often make significant announcements after their initial period of operation. This leadership change, combined with the mention of clean energy acquisition targets, suggests they are actively moving towards their stated goal of finding a business to combine with. The key will be the execution. Can Mr. Rillo and his team identify and successfully integrate high-growth companies? The departure of Kevin McGurn is noted as amicable, suggesting a planned transition rather than a crisis. However, the appointment of Mr. Rillo, with his extensive experience in mergers, acquisitions, and corporate finance, points towards a more assertive strategy moving forward. This isn't just a minor shuffle. It feels like a deliberate move to strengthen the company's leadership for a period of potentially significant activity. Looking ahead, the market will likely be seeking clarity on Mr. Rillo's strategic priorities. Will they focus on a specific niche within clean energy, or will they be more opportunistic? His background suggests he'll be meticulous in his approach, but also ambitious. The success of this transition will be measured by the company's ability to capitalize on growth opportunities under his leadership. The risk I'm watching is whether this leadership change is accompanied by a clear and well-articulated strategy for future growth and acquisitions. My biggest concern is that without a concrete plan, a leadership change, no matter how promising the individual, might not translate into tangible results. What I am actually looking for is news about potential acquisition targets or a clear roadmap for how TVACU plans to deploy its capital to drive value. And the research tools I actually use are linked in the description. They help keep this channel going. That is my take. Stay decoded. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Check out the Discord in the description.